Guys, welcome to the Wolf Den Workshop. I wanted to share my experience with my outboard here. I was having issues. I've been having kind of a series with the outboard. I'll definitely have more content to post. I've just been real busy. But I wanted to walk you through the issue I was having. I cleaned up the carb a couple months ago during the winter. Did all the maintenance, oil changed, put a new water and pump impeller in, changed the oil in my lower unit, and all that's going to come out and on video eventually. But then getting it ready for the fishing season, I was having issues where my my fuel lines wouldn't stay pressurized, and my fuel filter was up under the engine cowl. And what would happen was, I'd pump it up and then this would drain empty. And, my first thought was I must be having air coming into my system somewhere. So I replaced all of my tubing, all of my fuel lines, new fuel filter. And I replaced all these fuel lines, everything. Up to the pump and then up to the carburetor, all new fuel lines. Still having the issue. I thought my fuel pump was fine because I'd disconnect this line feeding into the carburetor when I pulled the starting cord. It would pump fuel, so I thought it was fine, but I didn't have a pressure gauge to test it. So I put a new pump on here, and the problem still persisted. So I was getting pretty frustrated, and I was like, I'll just take this carburetor off, look at it, and see if there's anything obvious. And my needle valve with the float on there was getting stuck open, I think. So I think what was happening, that valve was getting stuck open, which was allowing air to get back into the fuel line system, and that was causing my issues. So yeah, I just don't have a lot of experience with this type of fuel system. I guess with the primer bulb, some things you want to make sure of is you have your primer bulb in the right orientation. It's got an arrow on the way of fuel's supposed to flow, and you are supposed to hold it in the upward position to help air get out of it, float up and out. Some other things is this does have check valves in it built into here to help, so you can actually prime it and not just be pushing fuel back down. But once you start adding, I wanted at least one quick disconnect so I could more easily separate my fuel tank and fill it up. But this Atwood primer bulb I got came with a disconnect here. So I mean, this isn't really a necessity to me anymore. It's probably just another failure point. But I ended up moving this filter down, just it'd be easier for me to keep track of air or if it's staying full or emptying while I was underway. That's what I got, guys. If you're having similar issues, and if you go through all your basic stuff, such as changing your fuel lines, fuel pump, it could easily be that needle valve. And have a good day. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content.